doing, everybody? True Crime Metrix here. Welcome back. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Good news, people. We're not going to be spending any more time with Mark Keith Lloyd this weekend. No, no, no. Why you treating me like I'm some goddamn fool? You got it now. You need to say it with more gusto. You need to say it with more gusto than that. Let me try again. Why you treat... No. We'll come back to it. You got to get like the ending. Like I'm some goddamn fool. What is that? What is that? Yeah, we had enough of that yesterday. Also, we've got to come back to have a look at this guy. I just need to see him again. I haven't watched it since the first time we watched it together, and that was a blind watch. So let's go and have a look what he's looking. I saw a little bit of it today. So yeah, Cotton Candy Love Dreams of Josh Grossman. Yes, please. Look at him there. Oh no. Exactly how much Lionel Richie do you think he's listened to since trial ended? I'll hold you close in my arms, and I'll be a fool for you, I'm sure. Oh, I can do that better, but I'm sitting down. Anyway, we got to queue up that vid. Queue up that vid. This one. Yeah, I don't know if we can do music night much. I was going to say today we could do breakup songs. We could do everyone's best breakup songs and just go around the circle, right? In honor of Josh Grossman and his Cotton Candy Love Dreams. Oh. Do you think he's ever read a book? Maybe, that would be a good idea for him to read a book. Just please don't write your own, okay, Josh? Anyway, let's go to trial. Welcome everybody in the chat. Where is the chat? Who are you? Why you treat? Why is you lying? Why is you lying? Oh, I love the new line I've got. I can't wait to put it on a mug. What is it? Don't smoke ham when you're pregnant. Oh, I love that. What am I trying to do? The chat, yeah. Got to get that chat up nice and early, straight away. No hesitation. Hey, Mary Dutton. How you doing? I feel so bad for him, but he knew she was married. I feel so bad for him, but he knew she was married. Yeah. Well, that's not really the point, is it? That's not what's led Josh to be as fucked up as he is here. Josh, she didn't love him. She was not interested in him. She identified him as someone who would easily fall in love with her, do anything for her, and she would have no responsibility to appease any of his needs. The relationship could be 100% on her terms. That's what it was to Kouri, you see. And And he still doesn't get it, apparently. I have no sympathy for him. I mean, hardly any. A little bit. I think he should be watched. I think he is a danger to himself. He's probably going to kill himself. And I just hope he doesn't go, fucking clock tower on us. I said that really all the resources that are put into the court system to safeguard witnesses and da-da-da-da-da-da. What about future public danger prevention? If I was the judge, I would have ordered one of my deputies to go outside of the courtroom and have a word with this guy as he left, because he was clearly in a state, right? And not just the fact that he's probably suicidal, but what if he's crazy and just says, well, I'm going to drive my fucking truck through the Christmas parade because I'm so upset. A flyer for some free therapeutic sessions that are local in the community. I'm sure there's something that he could tap into that would help him, And sometimes people just don't know how to get there, right? They might be wanting that. And if someone can just tell them where it is or offer to drop them off at some kind of, if you can't afford care, fine. There's some kind of service available. Therapeutic, spiritual, whatever it is. Sitting at home on a beanbag, listening to Lionel Richie and drinking all day is not therapy. As much as Lionel Richie is great. It's just not. He doesn't have a degree. Anyway, we'll be proceeding with the Cotton Candy Dreams of Josh Grossman. Thank you for coming. Yes.
Mr. Grossman, just to confirm, you have sworn an oath to tell the truth, correct?
Yes, sir.
Very good, sir. Mr. Bloodworth, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. What, sir, is your name?
Robert Joshua Grossman.
Sir, do you know Kouri Richins?
I do.
How do you know her?
I've known her for, a decade probably at this point.
Man, that is one wasted decade. You're never going to get that back. Okay, how old is he? 36? So that's 26 to 36, or maybe he's a bit older. I forget how old he is. And regardless, that's a pretty good chunk. Up until that point, it's just crazy shit. And then after that point, it's like, oh, I really better start putting this in order now. And then the bit in the middle is great. It's the perfect balance of competency and fun.
We met in South Carolina. She was flipping a house, and I answered, and a help wanted ad.
Yeah, help was definitely wanted for free, Josh. Need someone to use. That was probably her first draft for the ad. I need someone to use. And then she was like, yeah, that's not going to get any feedback. That's not going to get any hits.
And then did you come to know her in South Carolina through helping her flip homes?
I did.
And isn't Kouri Richins just looking at him like she's studying this freak? What are you, weirdo? I mean, she's got zero, never had any one bit of love for him at all. Zero, nothing. Not even like a spark in the beginning. Just identify, oh, you'll do anything I want? Okay, come to Utah. Prove your love.
Did there come a time you moved to Utah?
Yes.
When, sir, was that?
It was just as COVID was kicking off. So 2020, I believe, or early in the year.
And why did you move to Utah?
To work with her, help her flip houses.
And when you moved to Utah, where did you stay?
Initially, I stayed at a flip that she had acquired in Heber. I had my dog with me. We do live-in flips, me and the dog. Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say those words together in a sentence before. I have my dog with me. We do live-in flips, me and the dog. Oh, it's a pretty picture, isn't it? I mean, what kind of dog is it? That matters. That counts. Because I bet it's a really, like, you know, a dog that uses him as well. Like, never comes back when called, demands food 24/7. Hey, Soap, does that sound like anyone we know around here? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I think it does. I think it does. Absolutely, yes. No, she's very well behaved. Yeah, even the dog used him, right? Can you feel it? Like, he'd come home and the dog would just look at him like, oh my God, you're back. I thought you might have jumped off a bridge this time. Great. Mr. Pathetic is home. Hello, Mr. Pathetic. Yeah, where's my bowl? Where's my bowl? It's 7:30. I eat at 7:15, Mr. Pathetic. You know that. We went over this. I drew you that diagram. Oh, the dog's probably the foreman on all the jobs that they do, walking around with the hard hat and the clipboard. Grossman, pick up that shovel. Oh, look, Mary Dutton wants to say, what is this? Seriously, this is a bullying channel. No, not at all. Not at all. You don't find this funny? And a risk to the community? Bully? No, not at all. No one's ever called this channel a bullying channel. I don't believe it is. But we are making fun of him. I mean, he's asking for it. You should do a Wendy segment every day just to keep her in the news. Well, maybe we will, Renee. What news is there? She hasn't been arrested. She's been sending letters via John Lareau. Yeah, I mean, I got loads to say about it. I just need some time to put those videos together. Kouri used him like Charlie used Katie and Wendy used Jeff. Whoa. How many people are involved here? Kouri used him like Charlie used Katie and Wendy used Jeff. Almost. I do believe Charlie was quite fond of Katie. I mean, just as a fuck toy. But yeah, you could tell on the phone that they actually did kind of have a laugh together. It's probably the most human I've seen him. Of course, that's not always the case, but there's a few where they're having a, you know, they're just throwing it back and forth and they're both laughing. They're both enjoying themselves, genuinely. And yeah, he was using her, but, you know, Wendy never liked Jeff. Kouri never liked this guy, Josh. But Charlie did like Katie. For what it was, you know. For what it was. Mary A. Hey, is that Mary A? Instagram Mary A. You're really quick on the likes. We like that you're quick on the likes. Great.
Then accommodations, did she pay you for your service?
We didn't have any contractual agreement. She took care of me. I lived for free. She gave me money.
She brought me leftovers that she was gonna throw away. And, as soon as I scraped the mold off of the pasta, it's fine. I mean, you can still taste the mold, but it's not furry. So, I got by.
Whenever I needed it, I just, I liked her, so I'd worked for free. Not that she didn't, pay me. She did from time to time.
And the sad thing is that this guy is gonna do the whole thing again. Right? I'm surprised. These freaks that contact Chris Watts and stuff and want to marry him and stuff like that and say, I understand you. I know, I understand you. I'm surprised that maybe there will be. This is a good idea for anyone living in Utah that wants someone to work for them for free. Contact this guy. Give him a sympathetic ear and a place to live, and he will be your bitch forever.
In lump sums. And
Did she also give you a truck?
yes, she bought me a truck. 2 of them. Bought me one, traded it in, got another one at one point. Didn't trade it in, gave it to her mother. Yeah.
Did, sir, there come a time when your relationship turned romantic?
Gave it to her mother. You see, what I think that was is probably the mother went out of town for a couple of months, maybe visiting family, relatives. And Kouri borrowed the truck from her mother, gave it to Jeff as a payment, and then said, "Oh, I'm going to trade it in. You know what? I think I'll give it to my mom. She needs a truck." But it is her mother's truck.
Yes.
About when?
Same time, just before driving to Utah.
So right about the outset of COVID.
Right.
Scott, can I get Exhibit 3-1, please?
I never want to see Scott again as long as I live. I mean, the amount of fuck-ups that he did on the projector control, terrible. I hope he's not getting paid.
The witness has it.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's been admitted. Can we publish it? And Scott, can you zoom in on the top portion? Thank you. Mr. Grossman, do you recognize that document before you?
I mean, I know what it's alluding to. I know of it, yes, sir.
And did you know about a trip planned to the secret St. Martin's resort?
Yes.
So I'm going to take a look at the passenger name line. There's some initials there. RG with a birth date of 9 December 1982 and a gender of male. So are those your initials?
Yes.
Is that your birth date?
Yes.
Perhaps obviously.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Did you and Kouri Richins at some point plan to go on this trip?
Yeah, she. I think that was a birthday present. I remember seeing a text or something. She sent it to me. We didn't discuss it much, but it was there.
Thank you, Scott. During that time that you were romantically involved with Miss Richins, did you love her?
Has it been way too loud on the audio? I think it was way too loud on the audio. I've turned it down now, but we still had boost on from yesterday. Sorry about that.
Yes.
During that time, did you feel that she loved you?
Yeah. I have a tendency of going head over heels, though, probably more than most. So, I think she did.
Well, he's saying that as if he realizes it, as if he realizes that that's a character flaw, right? Which it is. I just I don't know why no one is helping this guy. Does he have nobody around him to help him see the situation? Can a member of the public not get in touch? I mean, somebody donated $100,000 to pay the ransom for Nancy Guthrie. Why isn't someone helping Josh before he goes postal?
Did you exchange text messages with Kouri Richins?
Yes.
From the time you moved to Utah, about how often?
Daily, unless she was mad at me, or vice versa.
What topics on those messages did you discuss?
Same thing you would discuss with your best friend, plus house flipping stuff. Life.
Life. Which life would that be, Josh? Yeah. I wonder where the point turned for Josh, right? He's in his late 30s here. He's known Kouri for 10 years. That goes all the way back to 26, 27. What about before then, Josh? What about the early years, Josh? Was there no love in the house, Josh? Did mother call you names, Josh? I mean, what happened, Josh?
Did you discuss her children?
Yes.
Sir, I'm going to show you now some text messages between you and Ms. Richins.
Okay.
They're the same ones I believe we've looked at before. I'm going to ask you if you've recognized them. If you can recognize them right away, that's fine. If you would like me to scroll down through them again, I'm happy to do that, okay?
Okay.
Scott, can I get Exhibit 2-13 Delta, please?
Christina Rose, how you doing? Good to see you, Christina Rose. Christina Rose for England. 3-time gold medalist.
Those are pretty small. If you need people to zoom
Yeah.
in, you can can ask, sir.
You know what? I've just remembered that the brother of Josh, who sent in some videos to, what's that lady's name? Justice Mom. He said that Josh's brother sent in some videos to Justice Mom, and Justice Mom played them, and they were very, very mean against Josh. And I think at the time, Justice Mom was kind of nodding along. I was watching it, I was sat there going, no, this guy's full of shit. And then after this testimony, I think Justice Mom took the video down, but we had already streamed it on one of our lives. So we have a record. Maybe we'll go back and unearth that archive from the grave.
Is that good enough for you to identify him, or do you want to zoom in and step through him?
I mean, if you could zoom in a hair, that wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
Was I supposed to be reading them at that clip?
No, I just,
right there.
what I'm going to ask.
Zoom in a hair. Meaning a little bit.
The question for you, sir, is do you recognize this as a text exchange that you had with Miss Richins?
I got you. And I do for this one.
Okay. Then the state moves to admit 2-13D.
Could you just, Scott, could you just scroll down and let me take a look at everything that's in there real quick?
So her name's Caroline. Wow. And he's from South Carolina. Huh.
Let me just pull it up real quick. I don't believe I have any objection to that one. I'm going to say no objection.
States 2-13D is admitted.
Look at fucking... Okay, the two lawyers, and then what's under... Okay, what's her name? Nestor's jacket, Kouri's jacket, the guy behind the guy in the suit with the light stripes. I feel like I'm in the IKEA bedspread section, right? All of those patterns are available on bedspreads. In fact, the whole tone of the room, this sort of emerald green hue with this roasted pine finish pews and the blonde hair. I mean, it's all very, what is the word? I guess complimentary, but staged. It looks staged. What is the word? It's not choreographed. It's what is the word for curated? I don't know. Like someone has decided, like for TV when they say, yes, we're gonna have the members in the gallery wearing green because that will symbolize the blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it looks staged, but maybe that's just Utah. Utah is like the Germany of America.
Your Honor,
You'll let me know when you want to publish them.
moves to publish, yeah.
Understood.
And then, Scott...
Here's an opinion. Christina Rose says his mom was probably the only one who showed him love. His father was abusive, and his brother said, and his brother accuses him of being a greedy murderer, which clearly he is not. Why do you think his mother showed him any love? I'd say that it's probably something that was lacking due to his current ridiculous, broken heart or something. Wasn't he? Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out. We should write to him. What is the address for the YMCA?
If we could just walk through them with the jury, please.
Bubbles! Well, I can't read that. That's no good. What? That's better. So this is from K-Babe to Josh. So this is Kouri writing. Blue is Kouri. What do you want to know that I'm not telling you or quiet about? Oh my god. Okay, here we go. The circular text messaging. Even in the first line, it's ridiculous. What do you want to know that I'm not telling you? Well, if he knew, then you would have already told him. It's like, well, you get it. Why is that all black? Something specific spiked this, though. She uses the word spiked, not in the context of Eric's drink. Something specific spiked this, though. There's something you want to know that I didn't tell you. Can you tell me what it was? I know you're busy, tired, sore fingers, not wanting to text me because a call would be better or in person. But I will be up all night wondering, babe. Worrying, feeling horrible. I would greatly appreciate you telling me, but if not, that's okay, not tonight. God, let's try and go through this slowly. Now, the issue that they're discussing is that Josh has said something to the effect of, what are you not telling me? Or what are you keeping secret from me? Because I have a sense, right? That's, that's the nature of the conversation. And then her thing is, something specific spiked this, though, his concerns. There's something you want to know that I didn't tell you. Can you tell me what it was? That just sounds so stupid, doesn't it? There's something you want to know that I didn't tell you. Can you tell me what it was? I know you're busy, tired, sore fingers, not wanting to text me, but not wanting to text me because a call would be better or in person. So, okay, now what I think's going on here is she texted him to say, what was it that I'm not telling you? And then he said a call would be better or in person, meaning let's meet up later. And then she can't, so he just thought, I'm not going to text back, right? So he's been ignoring her for a bit. or maybe she hasn't been texting, but he's left it some time, and then she says, "I know you're busy, tired, sore fingers, not wanting to text me because a call would be better or in person. ... You see? I know you're busy, tired, sore fingers." What she's really saying is, I don't give a fuck that you're ignoring me. And then she's turning this back on him to be like he's demanding, that it be on his conditions. Not wanting to text me because a call would be better or in person. That's been his request. But I will be up all night wondering, babe. Yeah, I'm sure. Worrying, feeling horrible, ... I would greatly appreciate you telling me, but if not, that's okay, not tonight. All right, so... she's managed to confirm that she will not be visiting or meeting up tonight, right? But also turned it back on him, where he's now the one that's ignoring her. Oh, God. Where do they learn this shit? Oh. Hey, look, Daphne, great in green, emerald green. Hummingbird, when are you updating the style? You're looking all grey and yeah, become a member, everybody. Hey, and also, if anybody is walking around out there with too much cash, good news. We've got a PayPal and we've got a Buy Me a Coffee, and you can store your cash with us. Where it'll be put to good use. Like French bread. Those long sticks. A baguette. Yeah, they got a special on those down at the store, down at the market. Buy 3 for the price of 2. Why are his texts black? It's draining to love you. My heart is burning with sadness to have read that. Like it popped out of my chest and someone is stomping on it. I'm sorry I'm draining to love. I knew this would come one day. Just was hoping it wasn't today or any time soon, because I love you. I love talking to you, being with you, laughing and joking, venting and being overly happy with news I got today. But you've ruined that because I'm draining to love. Kouri, you are draining to love. That's abundantly clear. In fact, it's not possible to love you. It's only possible to pour love into you, foolishly, that you'll never get back. God, let's just go over again. It's draining to love you. My heart is burning with sadness to have read that, like it popped out of my chest and someone is stomping on it. I'm sorry I'm draining to love. I knew this would come one day, just was hoping it wasn't today or any time soon, because I love you. I love talking to you, being with you, laughing and joking, venting and being overly happy with news I got today. The sense of never feeling judged with you and just so comfortable around you. I don't have that in my marriage, and I really enjoy my relationship and love for you. But you're right. We both know this love triangle can't go on forever. You don't deserve it. I don't deserve you. I can't expect you to sit around for the day the trigger gets pulled, because who knows when that's going to be. I tried and failed. I can't expect you to sit home and wonder what I'm doing, or my home life, or when I might call you next to see you. That is so beyond selfish of me. You're right. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, you'll notice the use of the phrase, the trigger finally gets pulled. And, you know, when Kouri's in this zone, every single communication that she has with Josh, every single text will contain a manipulation. Not a direct thought out. She's not writing this text here, right? She's not writing this and thinking, you know what I'll do in this text? I'll use a phrase to describe something which will be a little subliminal clue to what I want Josh to do. And maybe over time, as he collects those phrases like pull the trigger and so on, he'll eventually be influenced to murder. She's not put that in on purpose. It's just spilling out of her, right? She has no love for this guy, never did. She's aware that because of the way he thinks he feels about her, that's a great asset. Keeping that fueled is like, you know, maintaining your car or something, right? You got to spend now to save later. So every text is a manipulation. There is no other purpose. So when stuff like that comes, it's just chance. It's just like overflowing. But yeah, what is the real point of this? This big long text. Let's go over it one more time and see if we can get the point. What is her... He's said it's draining to love you. I don't know why those texts are showing up black. I'm sure I've seen them green before. It's draining to love you. My heart is burning with sadness to have read that, like it popped out of my chest and someone is stomping on it. I'm sorry, I'm draining to love. I knew this day would come. Just was hoping it wasn't today or anytime soon, because I love you. I love talking to you, being with you, laughing and joking, venting and being overly happy at news I got today. The sense of never feeling judged with you and just so comfortable around you. I don't have that in my marriage, and I really enjoy my relationship and love for you. But you're right, we both know this love triangle can't go on forever. You don't deserve it. I don't deserve you. I can't expect you to sit around for the day the trigger gets pulled, because who knows when that's going to be. I tried and failed. I can't expect you to sit home and wonder what I'm doing, or my home life, or when I might call you next or see you. That is so beyond selfish of me. You're right. So the real point of the message, she did not like being told that her love is draining, right? She did not like that. Because who the fuck is he to have an opinion, right? Get back in your box, slave. But also, what she really wants here is for him to continue to, quote, sit at home, sit around for the day the trigger gets pulled. I tried. I can't expect you to sit home and wonder what I'm doing. And, you know, so she's the victim, because she's trapped, and now he, valiantly, will volunteer to sit at home. He will be even more understanding to the lack of contact, right? And respect, and lack of consideration. He'll now see that as part of his, what is the word? Gallantry. It's part of his gallantry. I think that's the right word. Let's look it up. Gallantry. No. That's that. Oh well, maybe. Chivalrous behavior. It's a medal for gallantry, isn't it? That's it. So that's like hero, being a hero. Well, yeah, maybe it is, because he definitely. That's what he wants to see himself as, isn't it? The rescuer. Good luck. Go and rescue that piece of cheese that's been at the back of your refrigerator for 6 months. Sorry I didn't see until then. What a damn sin I am. How could I think someone like you? How could I think someone like you would be okay with this for the rest of forever until I pulled my head out of my ass? How selfish not to... This is not an apology, right? How selfish not to step away and let you just live your life without a constant wonder. Your love is draining. I'm sorry, babe. You're right. It has to be exhausting, and how dare me be okay with that? Oh my God. She's not even hiding it now. She's really pissed, right? This is all said with the tone of, oh yeah, how dare I disrespect your needs when I'm trapped in my loveless marriage. You know, the basic premise is, it's not all about you, you know. That's what she's trying to say, right? Which is ironic, because that's what she really believes about herself. Your love is draining. I'm sorry, babe. You're right. It has to be exhausting, and how dare me be okay with that mental and physical stress on you. I'm sorry, babe. Maybe saying goodbye earlier than later is better. And he came running after this, didn't he? Flowers in hand, mixtape, Lionel Richie queued up on the cast area. Maybe saying goodbye earlier. I'm sorry you have to work so late. I shouldn't have kept you late this morning. Again, selfish. Wow. I'm so sorry. I'm just realizing this. I feel like an idiot. Don't text back. No words needed. Finish up work and get some rest. We'll talk later. Good night. And yeah, I shouldn't have kept you so late this morning. Having sex. Yeah, no, I guess it was the morning sex that's the problem, right? So we'll take that away. No more of that. Yeah, no. That's the problem. How selfish of me to keep you late this morning. Oh, no, please. Well, I'm married, and you, me, our relationship, I don't know what else to call it. I'm in love with a man that's not my husband. Are you? Why? I'm getting pissed. This is a mistake somehow. How is this green? Why is this green? How did that happen? I threw the last half of the sentence off because it's almost as bad as the first pretend to be an idiot. I look that as blah, 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 blah. I want to hear him talk. Enough of reading. We get it. We get the idea. I want to hear the man talk. And of course, he would have probably gone over and over and over these texts, right? He's probably got them all printed out on his wall. Oh my God, what the fuck? Where is it?
Scott, can I get 2-12 Delta? Can we scroll that through that? Thank you.
It looked like he sent that to her, though, right? I mean, it's a black text, and his texts seem to be the black texts, but the you is the male, and the me is the female. But he sent it to her, so is that his way of saying that she wears the pants in the relationship, or? He had to fuck that up, right? I mean, you and me. Role reversal.
Scott, can I get 2-18 Delta, please? Can you please scroll through it for Mr. Grossman and counsel? D.
Uh-oh. We're at peak we're at peak despair, everybody. You know how despair has that smell? Musky, kind of heavy. The whole courtroom smells like that right now.
Oh, man.
Sit tight for a second.
See what happens when he starts doing this in a public market, huh? And some kid fucking knocks over apple juice and it spills on his shoes. He's gonna snap.
Sir, would you like to take a break?
Mr. Grossman, not working. Do you need a minute or two?
I don't know what I need.
Yeah. Just don't let him out into the foyer. There'll just be the sound of a gunshot and a thud on the marble floor.
Let's just start with that. Why don't we take pause for a moment, sir, if you don't mind. Let's take a 5-minute break, please. Please rise for the jury.
Sorry.
There's no apologies. Please have a seat. Mr. Grossman.
Yes.
I'm going to let you take a few minutes, collect yourself. You're welcome to walk around the lobby. You are welcome to use the restroom. Do not speak to anyone, all right?
Nobody in here.
Nobody in here. And in fact, I'm going to ask everybody that's in here to just sit tight for 5 minutes so we don't have any ambiguity about whether anybody is interacting with Mr. Grossman while he just takes a short break. Feel free to stretch your legs. There are going to be more questions. I just need you to be present, able to listen.
Right.
Well, I think there'd be more ambiguity if he's going out. I want to watch him. You know, keep an eye on him.
Fine. Take 5 minutes. Don't talk to anybody. Okay?
Okay.
You go stretch your legs for a second.
What is he doing?
I feel like I got something I want to say.
Yeah, but you're going to have to wait and just answer questions that are asked, okay?
Okay, I'm ready though.
Okay. What was he going to do? Go and sit with the judge?
Sure.
As
You
I-
sure you don't want to stretch your legs?
It ain't the legs I need to stretch. It's my heartstrings.
Well, I'm going to sit here for a minute and just
cool
answer
with
an
that.
email and take a deep breath, okay?
I'm cool with that.
All right. After you take 5 breaths, will you line the jury back up? Thank you.
Was she eating? Was she just
After you
eating?
take 5 breaths, will you line the jury back up? Thank you.
He looks like he's about to fucking just split in two with this emotion overload thing. And Kouri Richins is just snacking away at defense table. Oh, Christina, we're making a new mug. What is it? Oh, I gotta show you guys the new Lewis mug. We just got a picture of today from our good friend and colleague, Sally Pinto Peabody. Yeah. But also, there's a new mug coming, which is, what is it? Don't smoke ham when you're pregnant, or something. I love that. A health warning against smoking ham for pregnant women on a mug. It's brilliant. Check it out. Who wants a mug? Look at that. Isn't that great? It's pretty good. It's better than the Wendy one. I didn't know the mug, you gotta have such hard, clean lines, but it's pretty cool. With the black handle there. Thank you, Sally, for buying our mug. Sally's got the collection. She's got every Adelson mug we've ever made. She's got Judge Everett mug, Wendy mug, and now Lewis mug. Great. We're going to do a Jeff one just for you, Sally. Keep them coming. Easy.
Line the jury back up. Thank you. It's important that you just wait for the question asked. Okay.
Gotcha.
I appreciate that, sir.
Let's do it for all that in case. I just think I think
Bowen, whenever they're lined up, you can bring them. Thank you, sir.
We've got an important poll at the top of the chat. If you could vote in the poll, that would be good. That would be great. I think the general demeanor of Kouri Richins is that she's uncomfortable to be associated with this guy, right? Just like, oh, this is really awkward. Do I know him? I don't know him. Look at it. Oh my God, I cannot believe he's doing that on the stand. You know what this guy needs to know is whoever he thought the person was called Kouri didn't exist at all. You know, didn't exist at all. The thing that he's so attached to never existed. He's got to get over that line, hasn't he? Before he starts eating bats live.
Folks, please have a seat. Thank you. All right, have a seat. Mr. Grossman, you're still under oath.
Okay.
Very good. Mr. Bloodworth, your next question, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Scott, can I get 2-32D, please? Sir, is this an accurate depiction of a February 23rd, 2022 text exchange between you and Ms. Richins?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit and publish 2-32D.
No objection.
2-32D is admitted.
Oh, hello, Shiny. Hello, Shiny. You wouldn't believe the testimony. We've had a lot of firsts this week. Yesterday we had peak asshole, and now we've got peak candy lovesick. I don't know what to call him. Just a fucking mess. Hi, babe. I hope you had a great day. It sure was a cold one. Hopefully you dressed warm. Super sad I couldn't see you, but I understand work is busy sometimes. I wanted to celebrate some semi-good news with you tonight. Maybe another time. I miss you. I hope I can see you next week. If there is anything I can do for you, please let me know. Yes, I had soup for dinner. Make it home okay? So she's always going on about semi-good news or I got great news today, right? And I think that's a common thing that Kouri Richins will use, isn't it? It's like her little insurance policy. If anyone pulls her up on her behavior, she'll say, "Oh, on the day that I get my good news, you want to bring this up and crush my achievement because you want to keep me locked down, don't you?" Yeah. There's always some good news. I wonder what it was like when Kouri Richins has good news, because she certainly likes to boast about it, doesn't she? We heard her on, what was it, one of the calls, was it with her mother, where she's going, oh yeah, you want to argue about I stole the $250,000? Yeah, I stole it, and I turned it into a $2 million business in 4 years. On my own. Or whatever the numbers are, you know. So I imagine when she comes over, having just closed on a house or whatever, that she spends the whole time standing up in the kitchen, drinking, talking about herself, not interacting with him at all, other than to tell him how great she is. Yeah. And of course, he just lets that happen.
Second, 2022, text exchange between you and Ms. Richins.
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit and publish 2-36D.
Oh, too much.
No objection.
2-36D is admitted.
39D2.
You know, they're really not asking him many questions, are they? So on face value, what they've said to him is, hey, listen, you know that girl that you were super in love with and then she got arrested for killing her husband and now she's on trial? Well, what we'd like to do is bring you in. And we'd like to bring you in to be filmed while you sit in front of a room full of strangers, but people local to you. And we're also going to be broadcasting this to the world. And what we're going to do is basically put up your entire, most painful, humiliating text exchange from your whole existence. And we're going to sit there and watch you watch us look at it. Great. They don't even give him a fucking meal ticket. And he probably had to pay for his own bus pass to come to court.
Scott, can you go to just the 2-39D? Scroll through that.
Oh boy.
The moving depiction of the GIF thumbnail that was attached.
Was attached to what?
The email we just looked at.
That seems like pretty. I mean, I don't know. Who sent that? Me?
We can go back to that. Scott, can you take us back to 2-39? Sir, can you see that?
I see that. Maybe I'm just mixed up on the times or dates or something.
Sure. If you bring up the GIF.
If I sent that after reading what I just read on here, then I was,
Just wait for the next question, please.
okay.
Is that the moving version of the thumbnail that was attached?
Right.
Your Honor, the state moves this in. What I'd like to do, I'm not sure how they got separated. I would like to mark the the text exchange as 2-39D1, the associated GIF as 2-39D2.
No objection, but could we clarify the GIF was sent on March 3rd? Those texts cover both March 3rd and March 4th.
The GIF was sent, it's in the text. It was sent at 7:22 p.m., March the 3rd, 2022.
2-39D1 and D2 are admitted. What order would you like to publish things in?
Your Honor, let's please publish D1 and then we'll publish D2 at the end.
Okay. Scott, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, we've walked through D1. We've
My
published
apologies.
D1.
Okay.
So it's just publishing D2.
Okay. Do you want to show the... Forgive me, do you want to show the message at the end to provide context? Forgive me, do you want to show the message at the end to provide context for the thumbnail, or do you want to go directly to D2?
Tell you what, Scott, give me D1 on the left, D2 on the right, thumbnail port.
One moment. Okay.
Thank you. Scott, can I get 2-49D? Sir, is that an accurate depiction of a March 20th, 2022 text exchange between you and Miss Richins?
I believe so.
Your Honor, State moves to admit and publish 2-49D.
No objection.
2-49D is admitted, and we'll publish now.
Sir, did there come a time after Eric Richins' death when you met up with Kouri?
Yes.
Do you recall the first time?
Yes.
About when was that?
I'd guess 2 days, 2 weeks, something like that.
What happened when you met up with him?
I forget where we met, but we rode up into the Uinta Mountains together. Two vehicles, I think. I can't remember. We both wound up in hers, though.
Hey, Michelle. Sorry I've been MIA, out of town visiting my dad. Gonna hang with you guys for a little while before I go to bed. I've missed you. Well, hey, let's all say hello to Michelle's dad. Yeah, cool. Where is he? Where's out of town?
Her vehicle. We sat there and talked.
Did you talk about Eric?
Yes. Yep, that was the first opportunity to really, just, the first time.
Did there come a time during that discussion
Hang on.
that Kouri
What was the first time?
Mountains together.
with Kouri?
The first time to what? We gotta hit that again. What was the text? Eric does not do fucking drugs. He ate a shit ton of edibles, 4 to 5 a week, but rarely even drank. This is absurd. And they don't even have a COD yet, cause of death. How can they just jump to all this bullshit? Before we even know, Ronnie swears the gummies are laced with it because it was a new pack. This is all just so fucking stupid and crazy. Yeah, Mexican gummies coming across the border laced with lethal doses of fentanyl. Okay. What would be the point of that? That would just make it more illegal for smuggling. Right? Or maybe it's like, how Gus Fring transports all the meth in the secret sauce for Pollos Hermanos. Yeah, so now they just transport it in gummies. I don't know. What is the theory? It's pointless.
Sir, did there come a time after Eric Richins' death when you met up with Kouri?
Yes.
Do you recall the first time?
Yes.
About when was that?
I'd guess 2 weeks, 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that.
What happened when you met up with him?
I forget where we met, but we rode up into the Uinta Mountains together. Two vehicles, I think. I can't remember. We both wound up in hers, though, in her vehicle. We sat there and talked.
Did you talk about Eric?
Yes. Yeah, that was the first opportunity to really, that was the first time.
Did there come a time during that discussion that Kouri Richins asked you about killing?
Do you want me to contextualize it?
Please.
So yeah, we sat there and talked for quite a while, and I'd never seen her that way, obviously. It was a heavy conversation, and I'm not used to that with her. She's not used to being open like that. So at one point, my opinion...
Is that what you thought, is it, that she was opening up?
Then, probably still now, looking back, was that, she was looking for any reason. I think she was exhausted emotionally. And I think she was looking for a reason to divert the conversation away from herself, because she does that. She does that about lots of things in every normal life, And I think that's what she did. She asked me, go ahead, I'll let you ask, I know.
Sure.
But
did she ask you a question about killing?
she did.
What was Kouri's face there?
Probably still now, looking back, was that, she...
This is about when Kouri asked him, hey, when you were in Iraq, did you kill anybody? And she said, how did that make you feel?
She was looking for any reason. I think she was exhausted emotionally. And I think she was looking for a reason to divert the conversation away from herself, because she does that. She does that about lots of things in every...
Dude, she wasn't diverting the conversation away from herself. She was asking because she wanted to compare how you felt when you killed someone to how she felt when she killed someone. She wasn't interested in you unless it was to,
normal life, And I think that's what she did.
Look at it here.
She asked me, go ahead, I'll let you ask, I know.
Sure.
But
did she ask you a question about...
I think right there she's just like, oh my God, he is still believing this version of reality that he has in his head. That's interesting. I hope he doesn't kill himself, but I don't really care. I mean, that's Kouri. That's Kouri saying that. That's me speaking for Kouri.
she did ask me yeah.
What's her did she ask?
She asked if I had ever killed anybody.
And was that specific to killed anybody while serving in Iraq?
Right.
Did you respond?
I did.
Did she ask a follow-up question?
Yes.
Sir, what was that follow-up question?
She asked me how it made me feel or something along those lines. And then I answered her.
I want to know what he said. Can't we bring that in?
took it
Do you think he worked with Chris Kyle?
as not out of the normal, though, really.
Imagine if this guy was American Sniper. But he came back with 2 million kills. You know, the kind of guy that can put a round up the ass of a camel from a mile away. Right? But he comes back and he's just this kind of heartbroken shadow on the wall kind of fucking lost dog.
Did you and Kouri Richins stay romantically involved after Eric Richins' death?
Yes.
For how long?
You'd have to look at my phones to tell me that. I'm gonna guess, bless you, 6 months, maybe 8, 10. Best guess.
And then what happened?
I don't know. Just you had a falling out, disagreements. Things changed after Eric passed. I mean, I don't know what to say. Things weren't the same, so I don't know if that led to us parting ways or what. But there was a lot on both of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the lot on both of us is that she was hoping that you were going to kill him. And when she took that into her own hands, you had no more purpose. Sorry to break it to you.
Understand. Thank you, sir. I don't have any further questions.
We'll now proceed with cross-examination of Mr. Grossman. Mr. Grossman, you're still under oath. Ms. Lewis, please proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Grossman.
Good afternoon.
All right. So, Mr. Grossman, you said that you and Ms. Richins met in South Carolina, correct?
Yes.
And she was flipping a house or more than one house there?
One at that time.
And she hired you to do some work on it, correct? Mm-hmm. Was that in response to an ad? Mm-hmm. She hired you?
Yeah, IKEA furniture is what it originated as. But,
Okay. And you knew each other for quite a few years before your relationship turned romantic, fair?
Yes.
And you weren't in contact that entire period of time from, was it about 2017 you met or earlier?
No, it was earlier than that. I'm no good with dates.
That's
so.
okay, but earlier than 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And then you weren't in constant contact between 2017 and 2000 when you became romantically involved.
No.
Okay.
I think we had maybe 2 or 3 years we didn't speak.
All right.
I'm guessing here.
That's fine. So in 2020, you decide to move out to Utah, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And one of the reasons you moved to Utah was because you were going to work on some houses with Kouri, correct?
Yes.
And you were interested in flipping houses yourself, fair?
Yes.
And that was something she was going to participate with you.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you put up the money through payday loans, all the loans you can get, and she makes the decisions. That's the partnership.
So, let's look at, we're going to talk about some of these text messages that the state just pulled up, and I want to ask you some questions about some of them. The first one, I believe, is State Exhibit 3-1, and this isn't actually a text message, but let's pull that up. And this has been admitted. That is not it. I don't believe. There we go. Thank you. All right. Publish this while we speak about it. So you said you recognized that as a vacation that Kouri had booked for you and Kouri.
Yes.
And she booked this on December 7th, correct?
Yes.
And then you said she told you it was a birthday present, correct?
Yes.
And your birthday was December 9th, correct?
Right.
And this vacation was scheduled for, do you recall the dates? I know it was April 29th of 2022, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, you never went on that vacation, true?
True.
All right. Okay, let's move to, you said you, well, let me ask you this. You said that you two texted almost daily for a long period of time.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep.
All right. But you and Kouri weren't consistently in a relationship between 2020 and 2022. There were times when it was on, times when it was off. Fair?
Fair.
All right. Let's pull up State's Exhibit 2-13D. And if we could pull up page 10 of that text, Katie, and blow up the blue bubble, I think. I can't read it at all on here. Okay. So this series of text messages took place December 18th of 2021, right? It says on the bottom there.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not mad about anything, I promise. Saying goodbye, we promised to do in person, and both know it was coming and happening the day it happens. It's not what I want to do, but it's also not fair to you in any way possible, because I want you, but can't break up my family. It's having your cake and eating it too. I do just want to love you. I do love you. I love our love too. It's my favorite. Do I think we could be great? Do I think we could be great together? Yes, of course I do. You're one of my best friends, babe. One of my. So, yeah, she's like, oh, we'll have to break up because I'm trapped in my marriage. But what if you killed him?
And these messages...
Because if he did that of his own accord, when all, the messages like this, even if there was just a bunch of them, she's not going to get charged with solicitation. If it was just this, that would be perfect for her. Then he'd go to prison. She'd get all the money. She should have waited a couple more months. He'd have probably done it.
Were part of a conversation discussing ending your relationship, correct?
I'm gonna need a minute.
Do you need to look at more than that one text to determine that?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Can you maybe show him a couple of texts before that? Can you see that, or do you need that blown up?
Yeah, if you could zoom in a little bit, that would be good. Okay, is this where we're starting?
Sure.
Okay.
If you can just go ahead and scroll. Thank you, Katie. Let me stop there. It says, you need to come see me in person if you're going to say goodbye forever, right?
Right.
So this series of text was talking about that you may be ending things, correct?
I guess so.
All right.
I mean, I don't
Well, let's just look at it.
necessarily remember it, but that's what it sounds like. Unless we.
Maybe pull up Kouri's
He's used
again,
to
though,
it.
the blue bubble.
Kouri used to do that all the time.
And she says that she's not mad, but you did promise to say goodbye in person.
Okay.
It's not what I want to do, but it's not fair to.
Yeah, I'm tracking now.
Okay.
That sounds like adios to me.
So it was late 21, after the vacation was purchased, that there was a discussion about ending the relationship. Fair?
Appears that way.
Okay. But you didn't end it then. I mean, I don't know, maybe you did briefly, but if you did, you got back together, right? Or you resumed. I know you were never together, but you resumed your relationship.
Yes.
Okay. Let's look at, or I'm sorry, text State Exhibit 218D that's been admitted. And Katie, could you just get to the all right. So, Mr. Grossman, this was about, well, first it was about a television show called Dope Sick, right? We talked about that on your direct.
Mr. Grossman, my apologies. We need words, yes or no.
Okay. I can't see it. Can you zoom in a little bit for me,
Go ahead.
please?
And while Katie's doing that, and you take a look,
Okay.
yes, she's starting a new TV show, Dope Sick, correct?
Correct.
All right. And she's asking you questions about if you have taken drugs, right?
Yes.
And you kind of go back and forth.
Yes.
And at one point, she tells you, and Katie will pull up the text, you can see it, that she has a whole cabinet full of all sorts of prescriptions, but it's not her thing, correct?
Correct.
And then can you get the painful one? And then she also tells you, and we'll pull up the text, that when she had her last child, that she had a bunch of pain pills and they were still in the cupboard. She just hadn't even taken them, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But you guys talk back and forth about drug use, and is it fair to say, and it's just a yes or no question, that you have on and off used illicit drugs? Fair?
Fair.
All right. Okay, let's move to State Exhibit 227D. And pull that up so Mr. Grossman can see the date. All right. So do you see that these texts were on Valentine's Day 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said you recognized them as texts between you and Kouri. But do you recall specifically anything about that day, that Valentine's Day 2022?
I've tried to remember. I don't even know where we were, what we did that day. I don't think it was able to be extracted, or because I figured my GPS would have been able to clue me in, but I don't
Okay.
know.
So you don't even though the texts say you met up, you don't even remember if you met up? I mean,
If the text
let me rephrase
say that
that.
we met up, I assume we met up, unless the
And-
text say that hey, change of plans.
I would agree with you. The texts do say that. I'm just asking you if you have a memory of it, of the actual meetup.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. So there wasn't anything about that day that Kouri did or said that caused that particular day, July 14, 2022, to stand out in your memory. Fair?
Well, no, I can't remember where we were, and that's not
That's fair. It's a while ago. Okay.
And it's not that nothing memorable occurred that day. I just don't remember, man.
Okay. That's fair. Let's look at State's Exhibit 229.
He's apologizing just in case she was telling him good news. I had some really good news today. Which, basically means that she managed to avert total disaster by the skin of her teeth and more selling the house to a friend that's helping.
And I believe it's the second and third page of those texts. So this is the next day, July 15th, 2022, and you maybe blow that up for Mr. Grossman. Is this page 2? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to page 3. Yes, if we could blow those up. Okay, so this is where you tell Ms. Richins, I am in love with you.
Yes.
And go ahead, let's keep going. And she responds to you like you're actually in love with me. We're not just love each other like friends or an affair, you're in love with me, correct?
Right.
And that was February 15th of 2022.
Yes.
All right. Let me take that down. Okay, I want to move to March of 2022. If we could pull up State's Exhibit 2-32D. I think it's page 3.
California Avocado says, witness rarely looks up. Yeah, I think that'd be all the shame. The heavy shame.
And Kouri's text there, I can't see unless you blow it up. Okay, so this is the text, and this is on...
Whoa, that's a long one. I have been thinking that dream for weeks. Not possible. But it's fun to dream. Maybe another property when timing is better. Sounds kinda... Oh, God. Sounds kinda amazing though, right? I would love to show you Midway. It's insane. Crazy, crazy place. Haha. That means yes, Ashton. I had a cavity. No, not sure on CA yet. Her title work is a mess. I'm working through it. We extended closing until the 4th, but I don't see that happening. As soon as I figure some more things out, hopefully tomorrow, I'll have a better idea. Uh-oh, Harry's not gonna approve of you moving things around. What you gonna do? I was just thinking of going one early morning and spending a night or two and coming back super quick. I know that I love you. Questionable on your love. Has she ever said anything nice? Because I've not seen it.
February 23rd, 2022. Do you see that at the bottom?
Yes.
And she's talking to you about the property that has ended up being called the Midway Mansion, right?
Yes.
And that she has a dream about you two living in the mansion, and that she could be divorced and you could live there and just have a farm and a number of things.
Yes.
Okay. And then if we can go back to the other one. But then she tells you this isn't possible, it's just fun to dream about, right?
What you just highlighted, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So, Mr. Grossman, well, would it be fair to say that the talk about a future together between you and Kouri was really more a fantasy than a realistic expectation?
My opinion? You want my opinion on it?
Sure.
I'd say yeah. Yeah. More of something that maybe I thought I wanted, but didn't necessarily, like I couldn't picture it in the future, you know. I don't know if that answers your question.
It does answer my question. Okay, let's move on to 2-36D, State's Exhibit. And maybe we could blow this up and go through it a little bit.
And they actually objected to the characterization of their client as a black widow. I think we have all the proof we need. In fact, that should have been one of the questions for the jury. Was she guilty of murder? Yes. Was she guilty of fraud? Yes. Is she a black widow? Yes.
So these texts were on March 2nd, 2022, 2 days before Eric Richins' death, right?
Or a day before.
Yeah, about a day and a half, right? Because he died early morning, 2022, or March 4th. Okay, if we can scroll a little bit. A little farther. Now, in these texts, Ms. Richins is telling you that she's going to be closing on the property in Midway. Is that right?
I don't know. I'm going to have to see that bottom one. Yes.
Okay. And this is the biggest deal that she's closed on, correct?
Correct.
Is it fair to say she was very excited about this property?
Yes.
And she says that she wants to get together with you on Friday to celebrate this closing, right?
Right.
And what was your plan on Friday to get together to celebrate?
We were supposed to. We were supposed to meet sometime mid-morning for brunch. Brunch and mimosas was the plan.
Okay. Can we pull up States 238-D?
What is brunch to Kouri Richins? Bloody Marys.
So, this is again March 2nd, 2022 in the evening, right?
Yes.
And Kouri implies that you're sad or having a difficult day, correct?
Yes.
A bit like now. Yeah, funny you should bring that up. Today. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm worse. What did she say? This is not as professional as something you would send me, but it's all I got. I'm sorry you're having such a bad, sad day. Again, I know you miss Panda and something, and work isn't going as you want. To me, you're worth millions a year. I'm honored to be your friend, best friend actually, lover, go-to, handyman. Life is going to be different, I promise. You're one hell of a patient person. I hate your hard days. I wish I could be there to turn them around for you. Can I try Friday? Give me a few days. Hang in there until then, please. She probably cancelled Friday late afternoon.
Do you remember why you were sad? If you don't, that's fine, but if you do.
I don't.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
That's fine. And she tells you to just give her a few days and hang in there until Friday. Correct?
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this. When she told you to hang in there till Friday, was that because she was planning on meeting you for brunch on Friday?
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation.
Do you know why?
Hold on. Are you referring to the Friday or to the last question?
Your Honor, the question that essentially asked what Kouri Richins was thinking by Friday.
I can rephrase it. It's
Please
fine.
do. Sustain. Thank you.
Okay. Why was she telling you to hang in there till Friday? What was going to happen on Friday?
Objection, Your Honor. Same thing.
Sustained just a speculation as to why Ms. Richins was waiting. The question regarding what he recalls was going to happen on Friday is permissible. If you'd answer that, sir.
The only thing I knew about Friday was brunch and mimosas. So,
Okay.
and the closing on the house. She was getting the keys that day.
So that was a big day.
Right.
Did she ever tell you that you were going to be together on Friday permanently?
Objection, Your Honor.
It's. I think he can say yes or no. We're not asking what Ms. Richins said specifically.
It's very specific in that question, sustained.
All right, let me ask it this way. Did you ever have the impression that come Friday, the two of you were going to be together forever?
Objection, Your Honor. Foundation on how he would get an impression.
I'm going to overrule that one. Go ahead, sir.
No.
Did you ever have any impression that as of Friday, Eric Richins would be out of the picture?
No.
All right.
I actually really like the way the defense attorneys push the judge. They get a lot of hate, and I accept that. I like the way that I hate them. That's the thing, you know. It's yeah, I could listen to them be inappropriate all day. It's brilliant.
And then let's go to 239D1. So this is Friday, March 4th, the day you were supposed to meet for brunch, right? Well, the beginning might be March 3rd, if I can see that.
Yeah, I'm just seeing 3-3.
Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, we can stop right there. When you say it's official now, are you talking about the property or are you talking about something else? The Midway Mansion? Or do you remember?
What was the text previous, please?
It was from you. It just says, I hope I get to see it. Do you know if you were referring to the mansion?
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
You'd have to go up another text.
Yeah. Well, let's keep going. That's fine. I mean, if you don't remember for sure, I get that. Let's keep going. We can see that. Okay, maybe this helps put it in context because her response is the possibilities are so endless with that place. And I would run to love it as a business. I skipped a little, but...
God, this fucking Midway Mansion, huh? Maybe it's cursed. The way that she obsesses over it. Such a point of status for her, wasn't it? Couldn't let it go. Couldn't fail.
That's the gist.
Right.
Does that help you recall, were you talking about the Midway Mansion on March 3rd of 2022?
If that text is directly following the ones in front of it, then yeah.
Okay. But then March 4th comes about, and this we can skip down to this, skip this. And you two are supposed to meet for brunch, correct?
Yes.
But Kouri doesn't show up.
Right.
And you text her to see what's happening
Yes.
and why she isn't there.
Yes.
It's not like her to not show up.
it's not like her to be a minute late.
Okay. And that's when you find out that Eric Richins had passed away that early morning.
So I thought it was, my recollection, when she says brunch, I'm thinking 10 o'clock sharp, right?
Okay.
And I thought that I texted her because I could just sense, I could feel something was wrong.
That's still breakfast. Lunch is 11 at the earliest. Am I right? Christina, you're our brunch expert, apparently. What have we got here? Let's go through everyone's favorite brunch classics. Why is this no scrolly? Brunch to me is either Eggs Benedict or a toasted everything bagel, cream cheese and lox with tomato and capers. Oh, and a Bloody Mary. Okay. I mean, what's missing? I don't know. Something with smoked salmon, maybe. What else we got? Salt buffet. Gotta have capers and red onion lox in bagel and bagel. Okay. Smoked salmon bagel. There you go. No mayo. Fruit. Any time of the day is good for fruit. And coffee. buymeacoffee.com/truecrimemetrics.com. Yeah, that's where you can support the channel. And PayPal. PayPal. Support the channel on PayPal. Because we appreciate it.
She was late. I hadn't heard anything from her. So I texted her, is everything okay? And she responded. That's when she told me. But, I thought it was, how do I say it? I thought all that would have happened prior to noon at least. But, can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
But I was shown texts that say that it happened at 2 o'clock. But I thought it happened that morning. I don't know if it was that morning. I thought it was that morning, but I've seen texts that say 2 p.m. So.
All right. So your recollection is different time-wise as to what shows on these texts.
I think so. At one point in time, I asked for some texts of mine and hers so I could review them.
You asked who for some texts?
I was in a meeting. Miss Margaret provided them with me.
And by Ms. Margaret, do you mean the county attorney, Ms. Margaret Olson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But all I got was the month of March, but it was like that. So.
What do you mean when you say it was like that?
It was thick. There were a lot of text messages that month. So I'm not faulting her for stopping there, but
I just want to make the record clear. You said you held your thumb and finger together about an inch, so you got about an inch worth of pages of text.
Right.
Okay.
And they were just for the month of March, and because I was trying to figure out what happened too,
Okay.
So I'm going through them, and the timelines on them, I'm not saying this is the case, but to me they appeared off by several hours. Like my text, something that
Oh my God, and no one told him that they're set to Universal Time Code, Unix time code, which adjusts everything to Greenwich Mean Time, the Meridian line. It's so funny, even in court. He's going to go on about this for about more than 5 minutes, I think. It was so funny because I don't know what was wrong here, but it seemed like every single text was off by the same amount of several hours. And still no one's helping. Everybody knows. The judge knows. The lawyers know. The jury know. The people in the gallery know. The TV camera guy knows. But not our Mr. Josh.
I thought I sent at 11 a.m. would be 4 p.m. or whatever the case was. And then I don't know if that was corrected, if I was doing bad math because of the time zones, or so I don't know. Time-wise, I don't know. Some of it doesn't necessarily coincide with my memory, but I don't. But it might be corrected. I don't know.
When you say it might be corrected, what are you talking about?
Just that, like that one text, for instance, because I remember very clearly where I was.
It might be corrected, and Kouri's going to spend the rest of her life in the Department of what? The Department of what?
That which direction I was facing when I was told that he had passed. And I just remember it not being as late as what it says on the screen. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely off, but that's my memory of it.
So you had wondered if what the time is.
You know what I mean? It goes on for an unfunny amount of time.
On these texts is incorrect.
Right.
All right.
By several hours.
And you notice this in a lot of texts? Or just these
every
ones?
single one.
No, I think it was consistent amongst everything I looked at.
What was consistent? That the time was off?
That everything was just pushed forward.
The funny thing is that you can tell he's spent a lot of time considering this, right? He's really going on about it. So he's been sat at home going, something's off here. I do remember that, but didn't it happen about 7 hours earlier? Could I be wrong? Or is my mind playing tricks on me? I thought that was 7 hours later. You know, he's probably been sat at home going, what is going on with this message timing in my memory? When anybody could have solved it for him in one sentence. The person who gave him the file, Miss Margaret.
You know better than I do. I don't know what they call the time differential. You got it +8 and all this nonsense.
Yes,
I don't know.
meridian.
Time zones, Bob. Okay? I don't know. You know better than me. I don't know what you call the different zones of time, and I terminology it's never been my strong suit. You know, you give me an IKEA coffee table to set up, I'll have it done in 30 minutes, or my work is free. This is the kind of guy that comes up with a business model and thinks, yeah, this is gonna blow the competition out of the water. I'm gonna have every client in my area with this. I'll tell them that if I can't set up their IKEA coffee table in half an hour, they don't have to pay me the $15 that we agreed. But then he goes over the time for every one of his clients and doesn't get any of the money. Plus loses what he spent on gas getting there. And then he figures, to lift my spirits, I'll pop into the bowling alley on my way home. Bowl a few frames. And then they don't have his size at the shoe rental. And they won't let him go in just his socks. Because it's a health and safety hazard. And they could be sued if he hurt his foot by dropping a bowling ball on it, which he definitely would do. Oh, dear. Lionel Richie's waiting. Chinese takeaway. Lionel Richie. You'll be fine.
So,
Time. I turned to Alex because he's our phone guy, but yes, I do know what you're referring to. That sometimes on the phone is 7 or 8 hours ahead of when it actually happened, right?
Right.
Is that what you were referring to?
yes.
So you were just wondering why the times didn't seem to comport.
Right.
Okay. All right, that's fair. But let me ask you this: was it March 4th that you found out that Mr. Richins had passed? March 4th of 2022.
Yes.
All right. Were you surprised by that information?
Yes. Yep.
So you didn't meet up with Kouri as planned on March 4th, correct?
Correct.
And you didn't see Kouri for a couple of weeks, approximately, give or take.
Yeah, I would guess 10 days to 2 weeks.
Okay. I'm going to come back to that in just a moment, but can we quickly look at State's Exhibit 253D, where, do you know which one I'm looking for? Since you read my mind, Katie. Okay, this is when Ms. Richins tells you that she found out that Eric died of a fentanyl overdose, right?
You're gonna have to let me read it, but in my mind,
Well, go ahead and look at, right there where it's highlighted.
I didn't know what fentanyl was then, so I don't know if that's why it didn't stick, but I remember. I can go through and read all this if you want me to.
No, I just want to know if this is the text where she told you. I mean, you don't have to know what fentanyl is. Is this the text?
It's written right there.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
I just wanted you to confirm for the jury what the date of that text was.
4/15.
April 15th of 2022.
Yes.
All right. Now let's go on to when you met with Ms. Richins a couple of weeks later and you drove up into the Uintas. Are you with me?
Yes.
All
Sorry.
right. And you just testified about a conversation that you had with her at that
Are
time.
you with me?
Yes.
Right. And you told, well,
That's the name of Kouri's book. It's also ruined one of my favourite things to say.
back up. You were interviewed by, I don't know if it was by the prosecution or by their investigator in about the spring of 2023 about this case. Is that right?
It was warm outside. I don't remember.
Was it?
It was warm outside. I don't remember what year it was, though. What year are we now? All I see is a dark cloud.
Shortly after Kouri was arrested?
I think, yeah.
Okay. And that's when you told them about this conversation, right?
No.
When did you tell them about the conversation? Let me ask this question. You're the one that told them about this conversation. That information came from you, correct?
Yes.
Why did you tell them about this conversation?
because I was trying to figure out what happened. And, oh man. So, never for a moment did I have a clue, a hint, not a fleeting thought that something intentionally might have happened to him, right?
Right.
Let alone from her. So, you know, I think we'd gone a year without speaking at that point, and I don't know if I turned on the truck radio and I heard she wrote a book and wasn't surprised, but
What does that mean, that he wasn't surprised? That she was opportunistically making money out of her children's grief? Yeah, I wasn't surprised at all. I was waiting for her to do something to cash in on that.
But then I started, I listened to the interview she gave about her book, and then maybe I did some research on my phone and saw that she had just been arrested, or either she just got arrested, I don't know, days later, a week later.
Okay. And then do you recall who you met with when you talked about this conversation?
After I found that out, I was overwhelmed with, guilt, sorrow over my wrongdoings, infidelity. And,
Okay.
And that's when I called. I was trying to get a hold of Eric's sister to tell her I don't think she was home. I spoke with her husband instead. Told him what I told him, and he told me, I forget the guy's name, but he said, I think there's somebody that would like to talk to you. And it was the Richins family private investigator. I think I called him immediately after I hung up, spoke with him. I don't recall the ins and outs of the conversation, but he told me that Kouri had done it, that she was guilty. He couldn't tell me why, but she and that changed everything for me. I was blown away, and then I'm like looking at everything in our past with a different set of goggles on, through different lenses, and I was trying to figure out if she did it and I could help. That's what I was going to do, and that's
Okay,
sometime after that. It wasn't the first time I met with the investigator. I think it was the second time or something. It dawned on me, oh man, what about that one time she asked me this? What about the time she said that?
Okay,
And
so let me just stop you just for a minute so I can ask a couple of questions. So Investigator Gabler, the family's detective, just told you she's definitely guilty.
I don't know if he used the word definitely, but said that.
She did it.
Right.
All right.
I don't know if he used the word definitely, but definitely maybe.
So then you started
Probably.
thinking back with 20/20 hindsight about conversations,
Right.
which led you to think of the conversation in the Uentas. Fair?
Yes.
All right. Today, sitting here, when you think back on that conversation, does that conversation seem like it was a strange conversation to you?
Man, I can't tell one way from the other anymore. I've been confused for years,
This conversation was
It shows. I was gonna say, do you know what day it is today? I'm amazed that he made it to court. They probably went and got him, right? They probably sent a van to go and get him. If they could find him, where would he have been? Outside the Dairy Queen. Waiting for it to open.
about more than just what you did in Iraq, right?
Yeah.
This conversation, was it about just life and death in general?
Yeah. It was about that. It was about lots of things. It was about the boys. It was about shooting a bow. It was about God. It was about supernatural stuff.
Oh, yay. I bet that was thrilling. Do you believe in ghosts? Because I'm thinking about writing a book for my boys about a ghost, but the ghost is their dad.
And at the time you were having the conversation, did it seem like a strange conversation back at the time it happened?
At the time it happened, her and I just experienced supernatural things. So no, there was nothing that was surprising at that.
Oh, yeah? Okay. What did she do?
But the talk was not surprising.
So it was in context with things that were going on and that you were talking about at that time.
See you later, Michelle.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know why you were talking about bow hunting? Why was that part of this? It seems a little different than the rest of the conversation.
She was talking about she was talking good things about Eric and how phenomenal of a shit. And I don't know. And she mentioned it, how good her boys were, or I can't remember. One of them can, one of them can't. At that time.
Bow hunt?
Well, I don't know. It was one of them was shooting a bow, one of them wasn't.
Oh.
I don't remember. But
So she wanted to learn to shoot a bow. Is that what that was about?
she did. She told me that.
Okay.
Or she already knew how. I don't remember.
When you and Kouri were together, were you aware that Eric had an affair also?
I was told that.
All right. You'd mentioned during direct that you did work for Kouri here in Utah, and that sometimes.
Christina says Josh is at least aware of his own confusion more than many can say. Fuck all that. He's not reached the point of having nothing to be confused about, has he? Keep going, Josh.
Sometimes she would just pay you in lump sums. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Do you recall a lump sum she paid you in the amount of $25,000 after Eric died?
I remember that lump sum. My timeline's pretty foggy though.
Okay.
I feel like it was after he passed. Yes.
Okay. And was that for a house that you flipped together that she felt she owed you money on?
Yeah, I think.
And is that?
So she was settling a debt. Probably half of what she actually owed with Eric's money.
What you thought it was anyway?
That was, if not all of it, that was definitely a large part of it. I mean, I don't know. Yes.
You were aware that Kouri got a life insurance policy, right?
Yeah, she
Okay.
texted me one time. I believe she texted me.
Buddha, Christina, to answer your question. Yeah, maybe this guy should go to a Buddhist monastery. Or do I have to say Buddha? A Buddhist monastery. That's we'll Americanize it.
She just found out and sent a text like, look at this kind of thing.
And what was her reaction about receiving that life insurance?
I don't know. It was through texts, I believe.
Well,
And she just seemed like surprised. Like it was unexpected.
it was unexpected she was going to get that policy, is what your impression was of her demeanor.
Yes. We're sitting here right now. I mean, it's in the text messages, though.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that Kouri was protective of Eric and his reputation?
Yes.
So after Eric passed away, did Kouri see you as often as before he passed away?
No. I mean, immediately thereafter, we didn't see each other at all for a little span of time, and then, no, I think she was doing things with other people, grieving, whatever she was doing. So,
Did she appear to change after he died?
yes. How so? Like, yeah, I mean,
Well, I was hoping you could tell me how you thought she was different after his death.
I would just say in the normal ways that anybody would be different after something of that magnitude. I mean, the effect it has on her children and how she's got to handle that. You know, you can't go from that to talking to me on the phone and be the same, I don't assume.
Did she come across as happy that Eric was gone?
No.
Did she come across as grieving or sad?
Yeah. But I didn't see her in that window directly thereafter. But when I saw her, I think it was more sporadic
Okay.
than usual. But yeah, there were times where, you know, she was bent out of shape in front of me.
All right. And you said you couldn't remember how long you continued to see each other after Eric passed away, but does 3 or 4 months sound close?
I don't know, because it was so sporadic. It was like a chunk here, a chunk there. But I thought it was longer. I thought it was 6 to 10.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. But then Kouri ended the relationship, correct?
Right.
And you, what was your feeling about ending the relationship? I mean, were you
Take a guess. What was his feeling?
sad?
Yeah.
Did Kouri, though, appear to have made up her mind? It was just done?
I don't know. I think she liked me. So whether, I mean, yeah, it appeared as though it's done, but who knows?
It was done, right?
Yeah, it was ultimately.
I mean, after that, you stopped seeing each other,
Yeah.
correct? And did you?
This is the first time I've seen her since that day. So
Which was either late 2022 or early 23. You don't remember for sure.
I don't know. It was
Well, it sounds like probably in 2022.
It was cold outside, so it was late. The same year that Eric passed,
Okay.
It was the end of that year. That's when it was.
I've never seen a guy remembered and bleak like all my days.
Okay.
Or the very beginning of the next.
Did you exchange more text messages after that, or was that it?
Not that I can recall. I don't know.
I don't have anything further.
So when you and Kouri Richins were in the Uintas 10 to 14 days after Eric's died, We were talking about a lot of things, right?
Yes, primarily that, because I hadn't even spoken to her hardly, so I was trying to see how she felt, you know what I mean?
And when you were talking about Eric and bow hunting and the boys, part of what you were talking about was what a phenomenal father he was, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Lewis?
Phenomenal father, yeah.
Please listen to Ms. Lewis.
Sorry.
It's okay. Did Kouri give you an impression about how she felt that the boys had lost their phenomenal father?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Sustained. Anything further, Ms. Lewis?
Could we approach?
Sure. Was anything else for Mr. Grossman?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Counsel, may we release this witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, you are free to go.
Thanks. Sorry.
Thank you for your patience.
All right.
Please watch your step.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do the private detective, but he deserves his own show. Maybe we'll do that. What time is it now? Midnight. Oh my God.
I do not. Do you want me to? I can put our instant messaging. Oh. Okay. Folks, please have a seat as you come in. Please have a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, would the foreperson you've selected please stand? May I ask you a yes or no question? Has the jury reached a unanimous? I'll take that. All right. Counsel, Ms. Richins, please stand. Count 1, aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Kouri Richins, is guilty of aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously agree that the prosecution has proved the following circumstance or circumstances regarding count 1 beyond a reasonable doubt. The homicide was committed for pecuniary gain, and the homicide was committed by means of the administration of any substance administered in a lethal amount. Count 2, attempted aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Kouri Richins, is guilty of attempted aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously agree the prosecution has proved the following circumstance or circumstances regarding count 2 beyond a reasonable doubt. The attempted homicide was committed for pecuniary gain. Count 3, insurance fraud. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Kouri Richins, is guilty of insurance fraud. Count 4, insurance fraud. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Kouri Richins, is guilty of insurance fraud. Count 5, forgery. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Kouri Richins, is guilty of forgery. It's signed by the foreperson. Please have a seat. Madam Foreperson, is this the verdict that the jury reached unanimously?
Yes, it is.
Okay, you may have a seat. Ms. Lewis, Ms. Nestor, do you wish the jury to be polled?
Yes, please.
All right. Folks, I'll ask you the same yes or no question, one at a time, starting on my left, working this way. Front row first. If you could show me your lanyard number as I ask you. Juror number 5, is this the verdict you voted in favor of?
Yes.
Juror number 4, is this a verdict you voted in favor of?
Yes.
Juror number 3.
Yes.
I can't see your number, I'm so sorry. The foreperson, I just need to ask you again, I'm sorry. Juror number 2.
Yes, it is.
Juror number 1.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir. Juror number 8.
Yes.
Juror number 7.
Yes.
Or 6.
Yes.
All right. Counsel, is there anything further on this case before the jury is discharged? Mr. Bloodworth.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Lewis.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question is, can I offer an update on the case of Kouri Richins, including the mysterious letter found in her jail cell? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon. I'll put the link to Patreon in the description for this video. I'll start with a brief background of this case, offer an updated timeline of the alleged crime, then move to my analysis. Kouri Darden Richins was born on April 20, 1990, and lived in Utah. She had a master's degree and was a real estate agent. At some point, she met a man named Eric Richins. Eric was about 8 years older than Kouri. He owned 50% of a masonry business, which was quite successful. Eric had a net worth of about $3.6 million. Kouri and Eric married on June 15, 2013. On their wedding day, right before they were married, Kouri and Eric signed a prenuptial agreement. It sounds like this couple really understood how to make their wedding day even more special. A lot of people forget to enhance their special day with a notarized agreement to protect assets in case the wedding itself was a mistake. The agreement stated that if Kouri and Eric were to get divorced, all the assets from Eric's share of his business would remain in his possession. It didn't matter when the value had been obtained. So if the company increased in value after the wedding, Eric would be the only one who benefited. If Eric died while they were married, however, Eric's ownership interest in the business would transfer to Kouri. The couple lived in Kamas, Utah, which is about an hour east of city. They went on to have 3 sons and appeared to live a wealthy lifestyle. From 2015 to 2017, Kouri allegedly purchased at least 4 life insurance policies on her husband out of credit and borrowed $250,000. She allegedly forged her husband's signature to do this. In October 2020, Eric spoke to lawyers who specialized in estate planning and divorce. He placed his estate under the control of his sister. Eric transferred his partnership interest in his business to his trust and made the trust his beneficiary of a $500,000 life insurance policy. It appeared as though he was having some trust issues with his wife. In January 2022, Kouri updated Eric's life insurance policy to make herself the sole beneficiary. The insurance company notified Eric and his business partner, and they changed the policy back to the way it had been. Now moving to the timeline of the alleged crime. On March 4, 2022, at 3:22 a.m., Kouri Richins called 911 and reported that her husband was unresponsive. When the police arrived, they found Eric dead on the floor at the foot of his bed. Here is the story that Kouri supplied to the police.
I'm not on mute, kosher style. I was just having a look at what Dr. Grande had to say about this chump.
On March 3 at 9 p.m.,
I like that he's gone to the effort of putting cactus-themed candlestick holders for the Utah. Where is Dr. Grande? Something tells me he's in Arizona.
a little over 6 hours earlier, Kouri and Eric consumed alcohol to celebrate a business deal. In the kitchen, Kouri prepared Eric a drink called a Moscow made of vodka, ginger, beer, and lime juice. She brought the drink to the bedroom, and Eric consumed it. Not long after going to bed, Kouri visited the bedroom of one of her sons because he was having night terrors. She decided to sleep in that room. Kouri woke up at about 3 a.m. and went back into the bedroom where her husband was. Eric was cold to the touch, so Kouri called 911. Here's what the police found during their investigation. Eric died from a fentanyl overdose that had been administered orally. He had about 5 times the lethal dose in his system. Kouri claimed that she left her cell phone plugged in next to her bed and did not take it with her when she walked to her son's room. The next time she used it was to call 911. An analysis of the cell phone data from her phone revealed that during the time when Kouri claimed to be in her son's room, her phone locked and unlocked several times, moved around, and sent and received messages. These messages had been deleted. The police found communications between Kouri and a drug dealer named Carmen Lauber. Carmen told them that Kouri had asked for pain medication in late 2021
Look at it there.
or early 2022. Not long after this, Kouri asked for something stronger. She specifically requested, quote, some of the Michael Jackson stuff, unquote. This was a reference to propofol, but Carmen sold her fentanyl instead. This was on February 11, 2022. 3 days later, on Valentine's Day, Eric became sick after eating a sandwich his wife had purchased for him. He told his business partner he thought his wife was trying to poison him. About 2 weeks after this alleged poisoning, Kouri purchased more fentanyl from Carmen. 6 days later, Eric Richins died from a fentanyl overdose. According to one of Eric's sisters, Eric was the victim of another suspicious poisoning after going on a trip with Kouri. He became ill after Kouri gave him a drink. Right before Eric died, he had been arguing with Kouri about a property that she wanted to purchase and resell. It was a $2 million, 22,000 square foot mansion. Kouri said that she and her husband were celebrating closing on that property the night he died, but family members told the police that Eric was not going to let his wife buy the property. The day after Eric died, Kouri closed the forbidden deal on the mansion. The investigators found some interesting searches on Kouri's cell phone. For example, Can cops force you to do a lie detector test? Luxury prisons for the rich in America. Death certificate says pending. Will life insurance still pay? If someone is poisoned, what does it go down on the death certificate as? How to permanently delete information from an iPhone remotely? And what is the lethal dose of fentanyl? In February 2023, Kouri filed a claim against Eric's trust. On March 7, she self-published a 41-page book titled, Are You With Me? It was about a father who died and floats around like a ghost, encouraging his son. The book appears to be based on Kouri's own family situation. The book has been described as creepy and disturbing, which, considering its quality, is an overly positive evaluation. On May 8, 2023, Kouri Richins was arrested and charged with aggravated murder, years to life in prison for the murder charge alone. On June 9, Kouri filed a lawsuit against Eric's estate, claiming that she deserved certain assets. Even while sitting in jail, Kouri is still looking for Eric's money. On one occasion, when Kouri was transported to a medical facility, the authorities searched her jail cell and found a folded 6-page letter inside of a book about the law. Based on the contents of the letter, the prosecution accused Kouri of engaging in witness tampering. Here is a summary of the letter. The letter was addressed to Kouri's mother, Lisa Darden. At the top of the first page, the words "walk the dog" appear in large letters, followed by 2 exclamation marks. Next to that are the words, "but take vague notes so you remember." This makes it seem as though "walk the dog" is code for "destroy this letter," kind of like a version of the phrase, "the dog ate my homework." In the body of the letter, Kouri claimed that her lawyer wanted to argue that Eric obtained the fentanyl that killed him in Mexico. Kouri said, quote, "So we need some kind of connection," unquote. She then explains a plan for her brother Ronnie to remember having a conversation with Eric. Here is the story that Ronnie needed to recall. A year before Eric died, Ronnie and Eric were watching football and talking about Eric's recent trip to Mexico. Eric told Ronnie that he obtained fentanyl from Mexico and not to tell Kouri because she would get mad. Ronnie never told Kouri about the conversation. Rather, Eric finally told her. Eric wanted to keep his drug use a secret. Kouri then went into this long explanation about how, when she and Eric would go to Mexico, he would stash the fentanyl he obtained there in her bag before boarding the airplane. Kouri wanted her brother Ronnie to tell her attorney about this memory. She invited Ronnie to reword his recollection as he desired, but she wanted every element to be included. The connection had to be made between Mexico and the drugs. Kouri ordered her mother to tell Ronnie not to overanalyze. She said, quote, "It was a quick 2-minute conversation, LOL. Tell him I need to do this. Bring me home and we will get those blank blanks," unquote. This was undoubtedly a reference to Eric's sisters, who Kouri does not like. Kouri wanted her mother to relay this message in person to her brother because she was worried that listening devices had been planted in her mother's house. She told her mother to have the conversation with Ronnie before he met with the lawyer. Kouri said, quote, "Take vague notes of all this so you remember before you walk the dog," unquote. Again, another reference to walking the dog, which only reinforces the idea that this was a code for destroy this letter.
And how would walking the dog make you forget the letter? Is the dog like really distracting? Is it a show-off dog? A juggling dog? What does he do? Real good tricks. So good that you just forget everything from the letter. So take vague notes before you walk the dog. Don't take the risk. You know what happened last time. That dog starts juggling and you forget everything I told you.
Kouri then went on this bizarre rant about how Eric's sisters were jealous of her and how she wanted certain people giving an interview to the media to talk about how Eric was a drug user. She also wanted her mother to give her attorney Crest white strips. Kouri believed that her attorney would not mind sneaking them to her, and Kouri could hide them in her jail cell. Kouri ended the letter by writing, quote, "Hang in there, we're getting there, slowly. You're the best mom in the whole world. I'm so lucky to have you," unquote. As I mentioned, prosecutors believed that this letter represented witness tampering. They argued that on September 13, Kouri held up another letter for her mother to read silently to herself. This letter was then destroyed or flushed down a toilet. It sounds like the letter shared the same fate as Kouri's defense. Now moving to my analysis. Here are my thoughts on a few areas that stood out to me in this case. Item number 1. In my first video about this case, I talked about how I thought Kouri was responsible for Eric's murder. This is just my opinion. The new evidence against her has not changed my opinion. I believe Kouri gave the fentanyl to Eric with the intent of killing him so she could get his money and purchase the mansion to resell it for profit. One could argue that Kouri wanted her husband to buy the farm so she could buy the mansion. Ultimately, her plan sort of worked. Kouri ended up in the big house. Item number 2, do I think that Kouri's letter is evidence of witness tampering? In a recorded jailhouse conversation between Kouri and her mother on September 17, 2023, Kouri claimed that the letter wasn't written to her mother, but rather it was part of a mystery novel. The book is a fictionalized version of Kouri's own life. In the novel, Kouri was released from jail in June of 2023. Kouri said, quote, "I go to Mexico and am trying to find these drugs," unquote. She enters a Mexican prison and drinks a lot of coffee. This is why she needed the Crest white strips. Kouri said to her mother, quote, "You can tell the whole thing is very much a story," unquote. The novel was going to be titled To Hell and Back. Based on Kouri's writing skill, this would accurately describe the first-hand experience of anyone reading the book. Kouri's claim is impossible to believe. This is clearly an attempt to get her brother Ronnie to corroborate a story that she...
The novel is called To Hell and Back, and based on Kouri's writing style, this accurately describes the first-person experience of anybody reading the book. That's funny. That's funny. If I said that, it would be funny.
made up about her husband. During an interview with the media, Lisa Darden supplied a narrative that was similar to the instructions that were contained in Kouri's letter. Perhaps Kouri was effective in delivering her message. It doesn't make any sense that Kouri would be writing a novel about needing someone to remember that a murder victim was a drug user. Item number 3. What does this letter say about Kouri's personality and thought processes? This is just a theory, my opinion. Kouri appears to be lost in a fantasy world. She really believes that she is going to get out of prison someday. Furthermore, based on her search history, she thought that there were luxury prisons for rich people in the United States. Kouri believes that she can outsmart everyone with incredibly simplistic tactics. For example, she didn't think people would figure out the walk the dog code. She hid the letter in an envelope marked attorney privilege, like this was going to prevent law enforcement from opening it. And she thought people would believe her story about the letter being a novel. It sounds like Kouri is accustomed to getting people to do whatever she wants. She believed her attorney would be fine with sneaking her contraband in jail, and she thought her brother would be willing to remember a conversation to help her out. Kouri wants the world to stop and everyone to focus on helping her get out of prison. She appears to be vindictive, self-centered, arrogant, has a tremendous sense of entitlement, and is consumed with greed. She wanted the money that her husband had shielded from her. Nothing was going to stop her from getting it. She was always looking for an opportunity to obtain money. She benefited financially from the alleged murder, but that wasn't enough. She wrote a book on grieving to further profit from her husband's death. Now moving to my final thoughts.
Yeah, and her forecasts for the sales were pretty fucking sky high, wasn't it? Oh, I'm only making $5 a book, but we're gonna sell 100,000 copies. I don't think so. I just don't think so. I'd love to know the numbers of what sold of her book.
Eric Richins knew that his wife was trying to kill him, but he remained with her and even consumed items that she handed him. His gullibility only reinforced Kouri's confidence. Now she believes she can get away with anything. Kouri Richins may have been able to deceive and confuse her husband, but she has not had the same success manipulating everyone else. Kouri feels compelled to keep writing books. Maybe her next novel should be about a woman who gets convicted of murder due to greed, arrogance, and the compulsion to write novels. Those are my thoughts in the case of Kouri Richins. Please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue. As always, I hope you found my analysis of this topic to be informative. Thanks for watching.
Hey, thanks so much, Dr. Grande. Well, we're going to come back later. Maybe not that long. I don't think we're going to go to sleep. But I've got nothing prepped right now, and I want to change subject over to a couple of other things. So if you're still up, check us out later. See you another time. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Bye.